Now, who would like to do the recap?
Cool.
You get inspiration from doing it.
I'd love to, but I can't.
My brain's a little bit fried, so you'll have to help me with the beginning, but, we returned to talk to Whitestone's council. Basically reported on everything that we had done there, in the Shattered Teeth. And I believe that we did mention, the Hall of the Gods a little bit, but it's pretty limited what we're even allowed to talk about. We determined with the council that this kind of goes beyond the scope of what we are capable of handling in Whitestone alone, so we decided that of all of our possible options, right now it's probably good to get Emon involved, because there are resources there that extend beyond the city of Whitestone. So we're basically preparing an envoy there, to brief their council on the situation. I believe Saria was asked about whether she could pull some strings back home to see, whether or not they would help. She said she could. We had dinner with Kestrel's family. Kestrel found out that she touches people, and as far as we know, bad things happen. Maybe not bad things, but the implication is that she's kind of reaping souls, or parts of souls, for the Raven Queen. Not killing them outright, but at least marking them somehow, to maybe pass through the Shadowfell. There's a lot of loose ends there, in terms of what we actually know and what we might be able to believe. Saria is also drinking poison. Jam, Zara, and Zane basically confirmed that. And then Saria herself confirmed that she doesn't have a lot of time left. Kestrel was compelled then, shortly after revealing that she was pretty ill and doesn't seem to have long. She was able to at least resist the compulsion enough to run away to the bathroom, and come back and sit down and talk about it. We left off there. I feel like I'm forgetting stuff in the beginning of the session, but it's been a nightmare week. So if there's important things, please add. But
I feel like that's pretty comprehensive. Also, when we left off, Kestrel had cast Zone of
Truth. Yes.
Dining room table.
Yes.
Let me roll for it.
You wanna resist? You don't want to be a truth sayer?
Hashtag what would Paler do?
Oh.
Bitch, I tried Zone of Truth last time, and y'all were super shady about it.
No way. I didn't resist it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it really, if you want to resist it, that's fine. It wasn't for you guys to tell the truth. It was for you guys to believe that Kestrel was telling the truth.
Yep.
I know, and just I won't resist it actually. Although I have +10 to my charisma saving throw, so I probably would. So yeah. Alright, it's a little kumbaya truth circle.
Very.
Mm-hmm.
So, as we return, you are all sitting around the dining room table. Kestrel has just dropped the "I might be the servant of a vengeful god" bomb, and you're all feeling filled to the brim with truthiness.
Also, we know Brandon's dead.
We don't actually know he's dead. We know he didn't respond to ascending, and somebody said that he wasn't okay, but
Yeah,
not
Valeria
dead.
said he's
Valeria
not okay.
said he's not okay. Who
Yeah.
went with him?
Which could mean that he's like missing or like on a different plane, because that would also stop sending.
Or unconscious.
Or
Or
yeah.
just like
Can't-
sprained his
Yeah, you
ankle.
can't
Right.
respond if you're unconscious.
Mhm.
Right.
Respond if his
But
ankle-
since we're
But he's not doing
going
well.
with the fact that
Yeah.
she believes she's killing people with her touch,
The
and
most
he's
likely
not
story is that
okay.
he is not okay in the way that he is
Yeah,
not alive.
he is
Yes.
dead.
Agreed.
He is a victim of the Baroness' displeasure. Probably just drunken. Either way, delicious meal.
Thank you. That's very kind, young man.
Is that the grandma or?
Yeah.
Oh, it's also there's also the mom there, right?
No.
No, yeah.
Stormed off
She
pretty
was
much
here, but-
immediately.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Never mind.
Kestrel had some choice things to say about her dad.
Literally, not even.
Oh, right. Because she met up with Daddy Ghost. I
Yeah.
remember.
And just brought it up, and her mom stormed off.
Yep.
We were only at the first course.
Second course. They did bring
Yeah.
out the second thing.
We were
Oh, okay.
we were at soup, I believe, at the time.
Yes.
I know this is probably a very poor moment, Kestrel, but I have a question that's been pressing on me for a moment.
I mean, this is the most opportune time for you to ask me questions, so
Were
Yes.
you aware? Because remember when you told me that you were after you became a tiefling, then you were banished by your family, that you had nobody left, which was the reason why I was like, no, you don't. You have a family. Was
Mhm.
that an overreaction, or was that on purpose?
It was a calculated overreaction. I was lying to you
Yeah. Why?
because that's how I've worked for the past couple decades, is that I play to people's sympathies to get what I need.
Well, that is not a healthy thing to say, to do, and I cannot deny that I am quite vexed by this discovery. However, I do hope that you're gonna improve on it or try a different way, since it does not lead to much trust building.
I have plans to change, yes.
Good,
hmm
because I do not want you to lie to me like this again.
And like I promised before, I do not plan on lying anymore.
Good. This is your one free pass, Missy.
Yep. Right. So, anyone else? Or wonderful.
I feel like there's definitely a moment of heavy silence around the table where everyone is like shiftily eyeing one another, like who's the next person to go.
Mm-hmm.
What course are we on?
The
Second one.
fourth.
Oh, are we on the fourth one? Fucking A.
Mhm.
Zane's heartily eating his fourth course.
It's fish.
Zane likes fish. Jacob does it, but Zane does.
Maya. Lionel
Yes.
How do you feel about Sarantia? How much do you love her?
We've been on a long, perilous journey so far, but my love for Saranthia stretches even further.
You see Saranthia look at you with stars in her eyes. You also see Sarah very, like, heavy-handedly holding her hand down as Ranthia was planning to cast silence on you to avoid this, but Sarah was like, no, this is good. Let her talk.
I'm full of questions, so unless anybody else wants to ask them, I will ask the difficult questions.
I don't have anything to ask anyone.
Zara, I know
Yes.
you're. Would you be willing to let Jam, leave you for a moment, for a time to take care of the greater threat? Would that be something you were comfortable with, or accept something that you would that you'll be okay with? There is a high chance that we might have to travel quite a bit in the upcoming future, and I do not wish for this to be a distress to you. I saw how the two of you have been together. It's been like a honeymoon, and it would be unfortunate for us to have to get in the way of that. So I do want to know that you are comfortable with this.
I mean, geographic distance isn't the same thing as leaving someone final. And yes, maybe we have been on something of a honeymoon. But I would like to have an actual one, and for that to happen, the world have to remain.
Good.
Did anyone catch the Loki proposal?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, good.
I did not.
Sane is picking out his fish. But while we're on the subject of being truthful,
Yes.
Lionel,
Yes.
why did you cut yourself?
When I was younger?
Yes.
Oh, yes, it was part of my initiation into the Claret orders.
Sarah just looks over at you, Jamorn, and mouths the word weird.
I kind of do like a half shrug, half nod, like you know.
It was
To
a
each
phase.
their own.
Let's just say it was a phase.
It was a phase.
Yeah,
He had a cutting phase.
yeah. It was, yeah. At the time, it was a conduit for my power and my skills. I'm no longer required to do that. And in fact, did I mention I plane travel?
What?
Zara
Oh.
just pulls a glass and a bottle of wine closer to her, and she's like, "Oh, this is gonna be good."
Yeah. Since my death, I don't wish to monopolize attention, but I think that is something that in time could be quite useful.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
In my sleep,
Hey,
admittedly.
I'm just gonna point out it's not very difficult to walk across the plains. I mean, it's just a bunch of grass. And
No, I
weeds.
mean, like, I've returned to Pelor's realm. I've been to. I wanna say the Feywild because it was really pretty, and then I went, and then twice I was in some really bad places. Like there was this plane of ash and torment where whole hope goes to die. I don't want to go back there again. Yeah.
Like, that does sound distressing.
I believe it's
Saranthia
Gehenna.
leans forward, and she's like plane shifting
Yeah.
in your sleep.
I've tried. I think I could take care of that as whilst awake, but my control is fairly rudimentary at the moment.
Interesting. Maybe later, when you have more time, we could converse about this further for research purposes.
Gladly. I don't I'm not very familiar with how that works yet, but I'm certainly learning. And it could be useful if we want to reach out to the gods in a more direct manner. I mean, I know you, Kestrel, speak with the Raven Queen fairly directly, right?
Yeah, I do.
But in case, I don't imagine we have a similar access to the other gods, and if we wish to enlist their help, or at least see what they're up to, call out to them, we might want to try to look at different ways. It's not something I can do very well just yet, but hopefully in time. Hopefully I have the time to master it. Anyhow. Zane, it's your turn to be truthful.
About what? I have not been lying.
I know. No, I know. How's the fish?
Delicious?
How do you feel about our ongoing course of action?
Which course would that be?
Well,
personally, I like the soup the most, but
you're being snarky, you know what I mean. I mean, should we go to Emon?
it's where we've been told to go.
I know, but okay, never mind.
What? You have to be a bit more clear exactly what you want, Lionel.
True. Well, I feel that after we go there, we should try to seek either go back to somewhere where we could be more directly involved, or maybe Vasselheim.
Those are all good choices.
Do you have a preference?
I do not. The task ahead of us is monumental. Almost
It is.
overwhelmingly so.
I know, but monuments are built with bricks. Sometimes.
I know, but being the brick that gets crushed is not exactly what I want.
Duly noted. That I'll make sure to hold the stuff so you can get away. I'm sorry, I'm sounding like a paladin, am I not?
Yeah. Yeah, you are.
And that's okay. Get used to it.
No. It's hard to know what to do when you feel so powerless against the foe you face.
I think that's a good.
So,
yeah.
my objective is to find power, whether I have to steal, borrow, plead, or beg for it.
How about ask and demand?
That came under all of those topics.
Okay.
Although I prefer to, better to ask for forgiveness than for permission.
I know you do. So, we're gonna go down to Emon, right?
Yeah, well, it seems where we should go.
We're gonna inform people of the situation. We're gonna ask for any and all assistance they can provide, and then we're gonna mobilize on our own. If I recall correctly, Maya did a fairly good job in the hall. Yes.
I made 5 friends.
Yeah, and I think those
6 if you count Akati.
And those are I would. Do you think she'll pull through?
I think it serves her own interests to do what she said she would set out to do. So yes.
Okay, good. I think we should try to find more people, more friends like that. So we should, at the moment, after we go to Emon, I think we should hit up. Yeah, Vasselheim is one, and then and then the Shatter Teeth. I will write back to my to Wildmount, and hopefully they will start mobilizing. It is a trip that I would like to undertake sometime soon, simply to present things in person. But I understand that it's slightly secondary at the moment. Although you would all be very welcome. And Kestrel?
Yes.
Should we? Do you want us to help you look for the cause of your Did you say it's an affliction? The touching thing?
It's not an affliction. I traded myself to the Raven Queen to save you. I don't think it's just a disease I can get fixed. It's a choice I made.
But are you comfortable with with this?
No. I'm not comfortable with a lot of things.
Such as?
The world ending. The fact I have no idea what I'm doing. My grandmother is really sick and going to die. I might kill people if I touch them. Generally, just everything that's going on right now.
Kess,
Yeah.
what do you need from us?
For you not to be angry. Or upset. I'm not going with you.
You're not?
No.
That's sudden?
I've become more of a liability than I have been a help. And until I know more about what is happening, it would be better if I stayed. And I've run away from my mother and my grandmother for years under the guise of trying to be my own person and to decide and to find my mom. But it was, I wanted purpose, and my purpose that I think I should serve is to stay here with my grandmother.
Yes, the conversation that I had with your grandmother and your mother, I'm sorry that it went the way that it did. I didn't mean to overstep my boundaries, and I think that I did. But I just came to tell them not to waste time. If they were coming here to get to know you, to not let pride or stubbornness get in their way, and I think this is really good. I mean, obviously we're gonna miss you, but we can handle ourselves. We're just going to talk. And I think right now I think this is where you belong. I mean, this is your family, your real family. And as much as
Right.
we are family as well, I mean, there's no replacement, and I think that this is good. This should be fixed.
Exactly. And maybe some time apart would help us trust each other better. I understand that I've hurt people because of my lying and secrets. So maybe a little separation is better. And all I ask is that you don't hate me for prioritizing things perhaps wrong, but as you've kind of learned, it's in my family's nature to prioritize differently than logically.
Whilst I respect your decision of it, because of course I have done the same in the past when this that business in Western. But there are a few things I want to address that I think you are gravely misunderstanding. First of all, I don't think you're useless, and I don't think anybody here thinks you're useless. This has been a recurring point even before you became a cleric, where you felt less.
Lionel, that's
Yes.
not what I was saying. It's that I don't know my use currently. I knew what I did before and what purpose I served, but when I gave up my arcane to save you, I don't know this. I don't know divine magic. I don't have good knowledge, so I do not know what I can and can't do. I
It will
need
come to you.
learn.
Yep, it will come to you. Just know that you're not useless and you're not hated.
And I understand that and I appreciate that.
Good.
We'll fix whatever we need to fix. You take care of this, and we'll come back, and we'll figure it out together.
Good.
Do make sure to have greater restoration ready next time. You know we can never have too many.
Yeah, just when we come back, just maybe have it ready, because we may come back in a hurry, and you know how we are.
Of course.
Okay, great. Since we're all here, I'm gonna kind of give Zara a look, like, what do you think?
She shrugs and she's like, I guess we're being truthful.
Do you wanna, or do you want me to, or? It's more your thing than mine.
Okay. We're having a baby.
2 of them.
And we're having another one too. Surprise.
The surprise of no one, basically.
I was hoping for enthusiasm.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You are.
Congratulations.
Well, you know,
Congratulations.
when nobody RPs their characters in character,
Yeah.
it kind of, yeah, that's how it works, yeah.
Wow, congratulations. That's an odd time to get. Wait, I thought you couldn't jam.
A long story. It's not really a long story, it's Caliph.
How old are you, Jam?
How old am I?
Yeah.
30?
Oh. I would have thought older. Interesting.
That was fucking rude.
Oh, please. You know he has that fatherly thing. You know, I was honestly hitting for 40.
That's fucking rude.
People in their
please.
30s
Also-
can be fathers.
Yeah.
It's just a human. He just
Yeah,
ages like a human.
I know. I'm a human too. I'm somewhat of an expert in human aging.
Yeah.
But you thought I was 40.
So
Yeah.
not really an expert.
Irrelevant.
No hard feelings.
No, but yeah, but congratulations. Are you gonna name them? Or actually, it's probably
Well, once they're born, probably. We thought that we probably
No,
would.
I mean what names? I mean what names?
Well, it'll depend on what they come out as.
They're gonna come out as humans.
Yeah, but like male or female or both.
Both.
I mean, to be honest, they don't always have to come out as humans. Just from personal
don't.
experience, I do understand that tieflings happen through human conception.
As do Genasi.
Oh, yeah.
And God knows what Caliph's meddling
Oh,
will
that
have
is
done.
true.
Can one of them be Jam Jr.? And maybe the other one Jelly.
Probably not, but no promises.
I don't think you can name a child. That's not a human name.
A jelly?
Yeah.
Anyhow.
Why not?
Well, we can name her like Jarella or something. Either way, it could be shortened to Jelly.
You should
None
never
of which
have
will be
children
relevant if
you're
the
going to
entire
name
world
them.
ends, so maybe
Well,
we
you don't
should
have to worry.
refocus. Or not.
Because I can't have children. I'm a half elf.
Where there's a
That's-
will, there's a way.
I mean,
Maybe you should.
either way.
Hey, I'm fine
We
with
need
that.
to save the world.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you just
Considered as-
see at every name suggestion, Zara's just like, nope, no, no.
Not to change topic, but have you considered, Zane? Have you considered having Keyleth take a look at your equipment? I mean, she fixed.
This isn't really
Right,
the greatest.
Because the
I
thing
hate to
I
talk.
want is to give up consequence-free sex right now.
Can we
For,
not have this conversation
having to
in
worry
front of my
about knocking
grandmother?
someone up.
I'm
Please,
sure your
for the love
grandmother is
of God.
completely on board with it.
Your grandma's already.
Can I get an insight check? Just full party insight check.
She's an older woman. I'm clueless.
You would imagine that she would find this topic of conversation very disrespectful.
Yep.
Yep.
But she seems thoroughly amused. Like, this is the most fun she's had in years.
See,
She's
your
like,
grandma loves it.
all this delicious drama. Oh my god. This is great. Now I remember why I enjoy humans. They're always like bickering and fighting.
Oh, this is perhaps kind of rude, but how old are you, Miss? I forgot her name.
Sorry.
Sorry. Yeah.
You're right, it is rude.
No, it is. I don't mean to ask for from a like an age point of view. I just maybe I met somebody and she's very ancient, and I was wondering if you ever heard of her because you are an elf and older, and I know elves age very slowly.
The word you wanted was
May have.
gracefully.
Kestra's just gonna lean further away from the table as she possibly can.
Why?
Is
I
it-
mean,
Is it rude for me to like ask where the 6th course, if it's time for that yet? I
Oh
finished
yeah,
my fish.
dessert is like
Oh, thank
coming
God.
onto the table. It's a cheesecake. Okay. With strawberry sauce.
How do rich people eat so much?
Small
Small portions, yep.
All portions. It's probably like one tiny
I
cube of
s-
cake.
I assume Zyra and Zane are the only ones who are completely finishing their plate.
Oh no, I'm
Yeah.
eating.
I mean, you guys are like licking the plate pretty much. Well, I would assume that. I mean, you're keeping it polite, but it's definitely like a, oh, I'm eating all of this.
Oh my God, I never get food like this.
Yeah.
Where
It's
the
all
hell has it
imports
been all
from
my life?
Singorn. Singorn.
Yeah,
That's where it's been.
But I'm serious. I mean, have you had a chance to do, but perchance know a cleric known called Astrid of her or heard of her?
How old do you think I am?
I don't know.
800.
Sold.
Astrid is a name. It's familiar to me, but I can't say that I've personally known any clerics named it. But I know of multiple people named Astrid.
Okay,
Some
well,
of them
I
have been clerics.
I figured you would not know her personally, but
I knew an Astrid.
you do.
Yes.
Oh,
Well, I think she worked at the Westroom brothel. She, had this amazing ass, and
4,000 years
she
ago.
was. Oh. Sorry, I thought we were just looking for Astrids.
Okay. Well,
Well,
never
the
mind.
only one that, if you're asking about someone 4,000 years ago, I mean, maybe the Defender of the Faith.
Oh, who? Can. Oh. Maybe.
She was a cleric of Palor. I don't really know much more, but apparently she was the one who brought the faith beyond the sea.
My eyes are fucking platters. I see. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
And I sit there with a satisfied, mildly smug expression on my face, eating the dessert in a dignified manner.
And I think like the final minutes of the meal is like a lot of mulling over. Jamorn, you do get kicked under the table.
Oh,
Yeah, Zara is like eyeing you and eyeing Kestrel and eyeing you and eyeing Kestrel and eyeing her belly and eyeing Kestrel and eyeing you. And then she shrugs like, what are we doing?
what are we doing? What are we doing? I'm just gonna
Well,
keep looking back at the both of them, like, very confused, and just nod.
Yeah. Not get it at all.
Yes.
Yeah. Good. She eventually she like huffs and eats the rest of her cake. Well, this has just been a lovely evening. And it's so nice to meet all of Kestrel's friends.
Likewise, it was nice to meet you.
And I hope you... Well, I wish you the best of luck going forward.
I feel we may very well need it.
Yep.
Well, it was simply enchanting meeting you all.
Thank you for
But
having
the
us.
hour grows late. Yeah, she's basically like, get the fuck out of my house.
Yep.
Dinner's over.
I thought there were 13 courses. We're only like on 7.
Zane, roll me a constitution check.
You have what? Oh, check.
I mean, you could
19.
more, but you're pretty full.
Need to visit the vomitorium.
Vomitorium.
Oh, you get the bonus from my aura.
Yeah, I mean, you feel like you could stop for ice cream on the way back.
Well, thank you for this evening.
That's quite all right there.
I hope we'll get a chance to talk again sometime in the future.
Well, you know where I live. My doors are always open.
Then I guess we'll get up and start making his way out.
Yep, same.
That's how all the silverware in the house disappeared after a polite invitation. No, I jest. I would leave. But also do the whole bow, bow and stuff. She never ended up telling me how old she was, though.
No, she didn't. Strange. And as you all eventually make your way out the door, Kestrel.
Yep.
What do you do?
I don't go. I am going to stop Jam before he leaves, though.
Yeah. Hi.
Hey. I don't think I'll have a chance to give this to you tomorrow before you all leave, so I want you to have this for when you go to Emon. And Kestrel's going to take a necklace that she wears off and hand it to Jam.
What's
It
this?
has the sigil of the Nibeen house on it. My father gave it to me before I went to Singorn, before he died, and he told me that as long as you wear it, you'll be protected. And I want you to have it, because I know that Amon dangerous for you, so I want you to take it when you go.
I will take it and I'll put it on in front of her. Thank you.
Of course.
I'll bring it back.
You better. Quite like that. And believe me, if you don't, I feel like my father will find you. And neither of us want that.
No, we don't.
Good.
But please remember what we talked about.
Of course.
All right. Well,
Goodbye, Jam.
bye, Kestrel.
And then Cass is just gonna kind of like hover at the door until everyone goes. And then go back inside.
Yeah, you see the party make their way, like when you hold Jam back in the hall, you see the others make their way outside. Zara's laughing at something Zane said. Saranthia takes Maya's hand as they walk down the steps. And you hear Lionel say something. You can't make it out. And as their voices fade, Jam turns and leaves as well. And the servant shuts the door in front of you as you turn and walk up the stairs.
That was a lot sadder than I wanted it to be.
I was hoping for like just the solemn creaking door that closes loudly.
Oh.
Rip.
She's not dead, you guys.
Sorry, that was that was.
It's perfectly timed.
I know.
I mean, in all likelihood, y'all are gonna die before Kestrel does.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She's in
true.
the safety of NPC land.
Oh, you wish. Not in Kristen's game. But yeah, Rip.
I mean, Probably. But yeah, where are you heading? Back to the Grey Hunt? Off to get
Yeah.
drink?
No,
Zane is headed towards the pools.
The what?
the pools.
The hot springs.
The what?
Hot springs.
Oh, please don't drown in there. No, wait, that's swamp.
I'm gonna head back, I think, to the Grey Hunt. I have to ask Zara what the kick under the table was for, but also I need... Well, I guess I'll ask her that first, but...
Yeah, she's like... Yeah, I'm really unsure about the whole godmother thing.
Yeah, I know.
Still a go? Like, are we still doing that?
I mean, we have to think about it. I want to, but... Okay, she's like... She's killing everything she touches, and also it's the Raven Queen,
I know,
and
I'm not
really
sure I
uncomfortable with
want
a lot
her
of it.
to...
I really feel like Lionel
Like-
would be a really good choice for a godparent. But it's Cass, I don't
He's-
know, she'll figure it out, right? We have time. We don't have to worry
Ye-
about it just yet, but let's keep an eye on it together.
Yeah.
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 The question
Yes.
is,
Okay.
do you want your children to be raised religiously or like
Yeah.
God?
Well, okay, yeah, true.
That is extremely rude. Just because I follow Pelor, that doesn't mean that I would
Either
push
way,
it on
there's a good chance they'll be cutting themselves by their teenage years.
rude.
Yeah, you know, you have a point. He
You're
has
not
a
there.
point.
You're not there.
Yeah, oh yeah, true.
You just hear Zane's ghostly whisper
Yep.
in the air over this.
But the other thing that I have to tell her about is that, like, yep, we're going to Emon, and it's probably a shit show for me, so I'm gonna try to lay as low as possible, but, it's like, I'm not gonna lie and be like, yeah, it's just a walk in the park, because, I mean, it maybe, but there's a pretty good chance that it might
Yeah.
not be, and I'm gonna tell her that I can't explain why necessarily it's worse, because that would make it even worse. But once it's all said and done, like, I'll try to resolve it there so I can tell her the truth. Yeah, I don't want to add too much anxiety, but, like, reinforce the fact that if I were to explain it right now to her, before I resolve anything, then it's just, yeah, it's gonna be harder to. After that, I don't know. I don't really think I have anything more to do. I'll be available.
Maya.
Mhm. Well, if we are all going off on our own again, I mean, I value the time that I have with Saranthia, and if we are about to go off venturing again, I think just, yeah, see if she would like to spend the time with me.
She would love that. My tower or yours?
I haven't gotten a tower quite yet. But if you want to come back to my tiny little room, I mean, we could do that. I like your tower.
Yeah. Let's head back to the tower. It's sound insulated.
That's good to know.
Lionel, how about you?
Well, I have a couple places to start. First, I need to make the delivery to Gilmore, the boots, because I remember he had the boots that he ordered.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I picked them up at the time.
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I picked them up. So I'm gonna bring them to him. Although I'll
Mhm.
mention, like, in hindsight, I probably should not have gotten the flying boots because they've not really helped me so far.
Well,
But
there were a specific item that has specific uses.
true. Do you happen to have something for protection?
Well, I got a couple
Just-
of +1 shields. That's
No, I need something for my I have a mount. It's a pet, shall we say, of variable shape, and I wish to enhance its protection. Do you have like a necklace maybe, or like a fit, or like armor that I can get that would shift on him? Jewelry is preferable. I don't think you would welcome armor. Yeah.
yeah, well, let's see. Mm. How do you feel about... I do have this medallion.
Yeah.
And he holds out, like he disappears for 2 seconds and then he returns, and it's a little golden beetle-shaped medallion.
Okay. What does it do?
It gives you advantage on saving throws against spells, and it has 12 charges. And if you fail a saving throw against a necromancy spell or any harmful effect originating from an undead creature, you can use your reaction to expend 1 charge and turn a failed save into a successful one.
That sounds powerful. However, I already have an aura that does a similar thing. So, if you just have a ring of protection, I will take that.
Yeah, sure.
How much would that be? Would that set me back for?
Well,
me a-
you've gone up in the world, so it would be...
Oh, I will show him my pin.
Yeah. 375 gold.
Any chance you can give me a bit more leeway? Like
It's
gone a
500.
bit there. Oh, how much?
That's the 500. You get it for 375. So you get a
All
pretty
right.
reasonable discount.
And I can't try to schmooze my way into
Well,
more.
yes, you can.
I
You can
would-
try to schmooze some more.
I will try. I'm gonna feel the inner Zane on my shoulder telling me, "No, that's too much." Jacob, be my inner Zane, invisible Zane, or not?
Well, you already. There's nothing for me to say.
Is this a good choice? No, but anyway, yeah. I'll try. Persuasion?
Yes. So what do you
Oh,
bargain with?
the Shattered. I went to the Shattered Teeth. He was really happy to hear from you, actually. So yeah, that.
Well, you have been useful, and yeah, if you do a small favor for me, I
What
hear
kind?
to Emon.
Yeah, we are going to Emon.
Yeah, we have a store in Emon. If you could just bring a minor item there.
Sure. Can I know what item it is? Or you don't have to tell me.
It's a book.
Oh,
He
okay.
wants you to bring a book.
Okay. Just to know how to carry it. Okay.
Yeah,
I will take it.
nothing special. Just yeah, if you would deliver this to my cousin, I would appreciate it. And yeah, I'll let it go for 250.
Deal.
You can write up a ring of protection.
And I'll equip it to Grimhook the next time I resummon him. Because I have a cloak of protection.
Okay.
So 253, 20. It was odd. Okay.
And Zane, you head to the pools.
Yep.
It's late. The temple is already closed.
Gonna sneak in anyways.
You arrive at the door. And give me a perception check. You hear soft footsteps from inside.
Well, I'll try knocking a little, softly first.
You wait for about 30 seconds, and there is the soft creaking of a very heavy door opening, and you see a familiar face.
Okay, which face?
One you saw earlier today. It is the
Ankh?
cleric.
Or the girl?
It's Ankh. Hin smiles at you and opens the door wider.
Sane will step through. Thank you for, well, I guess staying open for me to do this.
Not a problem at all. Here. He holds up.
He holds what?
He holds out a key.
Okay, I'll take the key. What's
Lock
it?
up when you're done.
Alright. Where do you want me to
You
put the
can-
key afterward?
Just come by tomorrow and hand it over.
Alright. Thank you. I will do so.
And Ankh slips through the door, closes it softly behind himself.
Zane will look around and go, I probably should have asked what I should be doing here with this. Well, whatever. He'll go ahead and go to the changing room and undress, leave everything behind, and go into one of the pools to meditate under the moonlight.
Give me a wisdom save. Yeah. It's weird. I mean, the smell is one thing, and then there's like the soft lapping of water against stone, faint noises in the distance. It takes a long time for you to sort of center yourself and find the inner calm that you've been looking for, but after a while, it does kind of feel like you are simply floating in the moonlight. Or everything else just fades into the distance. And it's just you and the moon.
Okay. Still not sure what to do at this point.
Nope, you're not. Maya,
Yes.
as you and Saranthia make your way to the tower, it's getting late. It's chilly. But you both have the magic necessary to keep yourselves warm on a cool night. As you enter Saranthia's tower, you do hear like a small commotion in the distance. It appears to be a minor scuffle between a guard and a person. The guard quite loudly is like, "It's late. How many times do I have to explain this to you? Come back in the morning when the sun is in the sky and not the moon." How do you react to that, Riven?
Yes, I understand what you've put forth, but I will again state to you that I need to be here, no matter what position of solar body is in the sky.
Girl, are you trying to confuse me? It's dark. It's late. People are sleeping. Come back tomorrow.
I didn't think something as simple as that was going to confuse you. Did you want me to explain it in smaller... You know what? Listen. If you just let me in, this can be all over.
There's no one awake to talk to you. Just get a room, come back and...
Then wake them up. It's
I'm
not
not
hard.
gonna wake up because you show up on my doorstep.
Listen, I am here on important business.
Yes, you've said that. Multiple
Well,
times.
yes, and it's been true each time I've said it, and it's becoming more and more true as you block my path.
Look, they will see you tomorrow, 11 o'clock. That's when they open to the public. Sleep in a room, get a ditch. I don't know what it is your type of people do, but you cannot stay here.
My type of people? How dare you?
I don't know. There's like a pond right outside of town.
You are lucky I am feeling patient today.
Right.
I'm going to say some very awful things in Primordial before I turn around. Son of a goat
Here-
sucker.
Yeah, you just hear him like scoff as the metal gate closes solidly once more, and you hear him like talking to another guard like, that's the problem with those outsiders. They have no sense of decorum. Things are supposed to work a certain way. And the other guard goes like, yeah, whatever. You hear footsteps.
Walk
I heard
all the
this
way
one.
from Westrune.
So could I have come over then, since I heard
Yeah.
distance commotion?
Yeah. You sort of, there's like a main gate, and then there are like a wooden door that you have to have a key for, and she obviously went through the wooden door, but it's
Okay.
70 feet away. Like you would have heard it and seen it quite clearly. They were not being quiet.
I want to ask Ranthia, what do you think that was all about?
Who knows? There's a lot of people who wish to discuss things with the Baron these days. The world is in
Oh.
flux. It is to be expected.
I mean, I'm gonna like kind of whisper the stage whisper it. The world's about to end.
Like I said, Flux.
I think I'm gonna go pull on this thread. I want to make sure it's just a crazy person and not like fate.
She's like, I'll put on some tea and you'll come when you're done.
Right. I'll be right there. And then I'll go to the main gate.
Yeah, you see this red-headed woman, maybe 20 feet away from the gate. Riven, why don't you describe yourself?
Well, the most noticeable thing, just because it's dark, is that there are kind of like, I guess, glowing scaling patterns on her cheeks and on her forehead. Her hair is about shoulder length, but it kind of looks like it's floating. It has a very like calming, like back and forth movement that doesn't seem quite right considering she's just standing or like walking. The skin, her skin kind of seems it seems human nature, but almost like with an odd like pinkish undertone to it, like more so than a normal person should have. As well as there is very intricate tattooing marks along the sides of her face and noticeably down her neck and arms that are visible underneath, are visible as she's just wearing kind of like leather type, a leather type like sleeveless shirt. Looks relatively like she's not armored at all. However, she's carrying quite a large staff on her back, as well as has like a menagerie of weapons tied to a attached to her hip by a blue belt. Overall, doesn't look. She looks weird, but not super special.
Okay. Maya will go up to Riven and introduce herself, greet herself. Hi, I'm Maya Glass. What's your business here, if you don't mind my asking?
Oh, lovely to meet you, Miss Glass. My name is Riven. I was supposed to meet with the Dodorolos, or anyone really at this point. I got word from the Ashari that I was to come here and help with certain situations that they would like to give help to, but no one really appreciates when you have to travel as far as I've traveled, and that sometimes when you get where you need to go, it's not the right time of day. But, you know, what can one do? What, may I ask, are you doing up this late? You don't seem exactly the type.
Well, see that tower right over there?
Yes, the big one.
Yep. My girlfriend lives in it.
Oh, how wonderful. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Was the yelling disturbing? I do apologize. I'd have a tendency to raise my voice slightly louder than I should.
I did want to see what the commotion was. It wasn't a big bother, but it was a curiosity.
Understandable. You humans are very curious, aren't you? Only, I guess you're not a human, are you?
You noticed the ears then?
Yes, slightly. I don't have the greatest of vision right now, but the points are a little bit noticeable.
I was gonna adjust her hat, but say yeah. Um. So you don't have any place to stay?
Well, no. I don't really stay in buildings that often, or, well, I haven't had to recently.
Of course.
And like I said, was kind of sent here for a purpose, just got here a little late. It's quite difficult to get to Whitestone right now,
I
but
can imagine.
Mhm. I mean, most things aren't difficult when you turn into an animal, though, so just takes the time.
Oh, so you're a druid of sorts.
Yes, of sorts. I did spend quite a few of my years early on learning and pledging myself to that lifestyle, though more recently I have delved more into um a particularly different area of study.
But would you, if you were to go on an adventure, how do you think you would fare?
Oh, very well.
And the Ashari sent you here to help with certain delicate matters?
I believe you have a druid grove that is missing.
Yes. I did hear about that.
Yes, I was sent here for that.
Hmm.
Or at least that was the last thing they had heard. Was hoping to find out a little bit more information, but again, hard to do when I guess people have to sleep.
I know some people who don't sleep too much.
Do you?
Yeah, and they might know more about the missing druids.
Well, I'd love to learn and talk to them if I can. I do understand, though, that you probably want to get back to your girlfriend.
Well, I could quickly show you to this lodge. It's called It's where the members of the Grey Hunt gather. And they take care of stuff like this. I think they would let you stay there or talk to its members on my recommendation.
If you don't mind, I'd love that.
All right. And I will lead Riven to Grey Hunt.
As the two of you head down the snow-covered streets, Zane,
Yes.
how is Zane doing?
He is just going to allow himself to kind of drift in the moonlight and fall asleep.
Give me a Constitution saving throw. Okay. You fall. And you are enveloped in dim light. And there is nothing there. There's just you and the light and the voice You know, it's awfully rude to ask someone to contact you and then refuse to take the call.
Well, I wasn't aware that by doing what I was doing, I was refusing.
Be that as it may. You should walk in the moonlight.
That's it.
I find it amusing. Now, what is it that you want?
Well, I suppose I want to hear from your own mouth why you will not take up the darkness domain.
It's not mine to take.
Then who should take it?
Those who it belongs to,
The Raven Queen?
maybe. There have been other gods. There will be new gods. Maybe one of them will claim it. Maybe someone new will claim it.
Well, how does one go about claiming a domain if they're not a god already?
Well, Vecna would know.
Yes, but I don't think Vecna is going to share that secret, or the Raven Queen.
True, and we are forbidden to share it.
Perhaps you can help me. The Divine Gate. Is it attached to the seal?
Everything is attached to.
If the seal is undone, does the gate go as well? Or must the gate be destroyed before the seal can be undone?
If the seal goes, everything goes.
Then are you willing to fight if the seal goes?
I already told you, yes.
Is there any way I can get stronger to face what is to come?
Of course.
Then how? 'Cause I am at a loss of what to do.
Practice. Claim what is yours.
What is mine? I don't have anything to claim.
Of course you do. That's the problem with humans. You never see what's right in front. And I need you to roll me another concept. You wake up gagging. Your body has sunk into the water, and you're coughing up water. You don't know how long you were under, but it wasn't for long. Maybe a few minutes. But your mind wanted to keep you under, but your body is like, no, I'm not dying by drowning in this pool.
Yeah, I figured that. Alright, Zane will gather his things and head back to the Greyhound, locking up afterward.
And as a very wet-haired Zane walks through the wintry streets on the opposite side of town, Maya and Riven are making their way towards the guild.
So are you a member then?
I am, actually.
Wonderful. How is the Grey Hunt?
It's a place where important work is done. Generally.
Have you
You
done
can roll an
important work?
insight on that.
Nah. Riven will take her for a word.
Mm-hmm.
Fool.
Have you done important work, Miss Glass?
Not especially.
Hmm.
I help other people in their work.
I can understand that. I do a lot of that myself, I think. Or I try to.
That's good. I think it's a good way to be.
Of course. Helping people is the true joy. Or, well, helping those that deserve it, I guess. There's limits.
So how's it being a druid, traveling from place to place?
Fairly well. I mean, there's never really a moment where you're alone when you're in the forest. Cities I find a bit claustrophobic. Humans are a lot harder to talk to than, say, a frog or a tree. Not as willing to share information.
I never thought of it that way. Probably because I can't talk to frogs.
They have a generally good conversation as long as you keep it on the topic of insects and water quality, but anything other than that, they tend to fall flat with lack of knowledge. It's quite riveting, I would have to say.
Go away.
Get out.
Get out. We want Kestrel. No, I jest.
That would be amazing if we just walked into the Grey Hut at that moment, and then everyone was
Yes.
just like, "Get!"
Yep.
I don't even
Get
understand
out.
the context.
Yeah, like they
Turn
everybody
around.
turns around. She is banished.
That was quite good, actually. Do you mind if I write that down?
Of course.
And that's how Maya loses her rank.
Have quite a lot of time to think of jokes such as those when you're by yourself. Gotta keep yourself amused.
Excuse me, I have a frog in my throat.
Oh, don't worry. I get like that sometimes too. Can I? Can I
Maya-
just as I said that? Can I put a hand over my mouth and then like make a motion like I'm throwing up and then conjure a frog into my hand with the conjure animal spell?
Oh my god.
Sure.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'll do. I'm just gonna do that.
Is Maya seeing green? Also, I want to join there sometime because I don't want to miss this.
Sorry, that was
So,
another
a
one of those
druid
jokes.
and a magician.
I have a general grasp of sleight of hand magic, so to
I
speak.
am thoroughly impressed. Have you ever thought about going on stage?
Oof. I sadly have to keep myself humbled as much as possible, so I haven't really thought of the stage. Though I do love making people smile.
As you're drawing close to the gravel-covered pathway that leads from the main road to the entrance of the Grey Hunt. You see there's light from the windows, shadows moving as people move inside. Jamorn,
Yes.
after your little talk with Zara,
Yeah. After that, I mean, it would have been pretty brief, but I would have looked into the Brandon situation.
what you do find is a rather distressed Valeria.
Yes.
She is being taken care of by Vanya, who's trying to calm her down, but there are tear streaks on her face and she looks quite obviously upset.
I will ask Vanya what happened.
Oh, it's Brandon. Well, he didn't make it.
He didn't make it. He didn't make it
Yes.
from what?
Well, they were going on a hunt. Nothing major. Just heading out of town. And they encountered resistance
What kind of
of an
resistance?
unexpected sort. You know how Brandon's been in the last couple months?
Mostly not here.
Yeah, he had, what do you call it? A broken heart?
Right.
The folly of youth? One of those things. Anyway. Yes. So, apparently he found his amusements elsewhere.
What does that have to do with unexpected
He
resistance?
found his amusement that belonged to someone else. He cuckolded the man.
Right. But Valeria and Brandon are both capable.
Yes.
It had to be serious. Do we know who?
Yes, it's been taken care of. Valeria took care of it. She tried to bring him back for aid. Well, the poison was fast acting.
I see. But there's nothing that can be done then. How long ago was
Well,
this?
3 hours ago? Willis brought him to the temple. But there was nothing that could be done for him.
I will get on my knees in front of Valeria and offer my deepest apologies to her.
she is just softly sobbing, and she's like, "It just happened so fast, and I tried to get him back here, but he just kept bleeding so much, and I just couldn't, you know? I tried."
I'll just hold her hands and tell her that if there's anything that I can do, I know that the Greyhounds handled it or is handling it, but if there's anything else that she needs, that all she needs to do is ask.
Thank you. Really.
You know where to find me if you need anything, even if it's just to talk.
She nods. Okay. And Vanya sort of like gently pats her shoulder, and she's like, "Look, why don't we get head to your room? Try to rest." And Valeria nods, and the two of them head down the hallway.
Alright.
Confirmed. Kestrel touches people and they die.
Yup. Okay.
And it's not like they were previously ill, like with sorry, like
Right.
it can be accidents too. That's scary.
Kestrel,
She's the final destination.
Yeah! You're all trolls.
I fucking hate every one of you. I should have just left.
Oh my
I'm sorry, who are you?
God.
We don't
Sorry.
know this person.
There we go. Fix myself.
The
Oh, I
Jewish farmer-
jumped down to the bottom of the list.
I know you have.
Moving down in the world.
Yep.
Exactly.
Part of the bottom feeders.
You can change your name.
Yep, I know. I'm doing that now too. I forgot all about it.
Well, now you're Reuven rather than Roosterl.
I'm glad it still
I
works.
thought Kestru makes more sense, really.
Gets through.
Okay, other than that, I guess I would just, for the sake of, knowing, I guess, not super important for us, but Jam would ask, like, what the Grey Hunt was doing as far as, like, Willis, if they needed money or whatever. Like, I'm busy, but hey, in the future,
No. Like part of the package is, they'll make funeral arrangements for you if you die on the job.
Yep.
And he was on the job when he died, even if that wasn't what got him killed. So they will do that, and also there is like a stipend that goes to his sister now that he's dead.
Okay.
Kristen, I don't mean to be crass, but have we ever been paid recently by the Greyhound?
No, but you haven't been around recently by the
Yeah.
Greyhound.
We should go and cash out. We probably have like our pay stubs.
Mm-hmm. You should.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Okay, I don't think I have anything else. I will just kind of be out in the general area, probably with Zara.
Yeah.
I have one thing for Jammern
Yes.
when you have everything else. But that's at a later time. It's no priority if you have anything else.
I do not.
Okay. So, I don't know. Does anybody else want to do first? Anything else? Otherwise,
Jump in, because Kestrel, no, not
Ru-
Kestrel, Raven is going to walk in the door very soon. So if you want to, do
well,
something
I'm
before
gonna
that.
walk in the door with Grimhook as a lion. You know, he has a shiny thing. Can I repurpose the ring of protection as a wristband for him, like a really large ring to
What
slip
about
on
a
his
collar? I feel like a collar.
No,
He-
I think it would go more along the line of an piercing.
Like a toe ring.
Yeah, but like then he changes. What if he changes in a form that
Can
doesn't
it be a
have
tongue
toes?
ring?
Well,
Tongue
pretty
ring.
much,
Prince
and
Albert of Protection.
No.
yes, it will be a Prince
Please
Albert of
no.
Protection.
No, I
Sorry,
jest.
what's
I
a Prince
jest.
Albert?
No.
No,
Don't Google
Another
it.
time.
don't Google
Okay.
it.
Don't Google it.
I'm sorry. No, yeah, it's probably gonna be something like that. Anyway, I'm gonna walk in with a fucking lion.
Hmm. Lionel?
Yes. Hi.
Hi.
Oh, but before that, I'm gonna stop by hand, so I'll do the whole reassuring kiss and la di da. Just two things to pick up from him. I need to pick up a shield if he is gonna give me. If no, just one. If he has a spare shield. Kristen,
Yeah.
just like a normal shield. Is it something I can find by Hansel?
Yeah.
Good. Then I'm gonna send off the letter that I mentioned and go to the Greyhound. Hashtag things to do. Oh, Jammern.
Hi.
Good to find you here. Oh, please don't mind Groomhook. He's feeling fancy,
Okay.
and he's probably gonna go to the in front of the fire to curl. Everybody, this is my mount slash companion. He does not bite. Please don't shoot him.
You just see this giant lion just
He's white. He's albino.
lay down in
I
front of
know.
the place, and then it sort of like steps, does the 3-ring turn, and then flumps down with an audible thud, and sort of like twists over so its belly is towards the fire, and it's like slightly on his back with everything like curled up, like, oh yeah, I'm comfortable.
He likes to show off. But don't tell him I said you that. Anyway, so I was thinking a couple things.
Hmm?
How are you with shields?
I've never used one before, but I mean, I know how to use them.
Do you know the theory about like the theoretical shield combat?
Yeah.
I've been trained with one, and I prefer to use two weapons, but I've recently realized that how should I put this? Things would go more smoothly if I kept foes engaged and allowed you to use your superior firepower to dispatch them from afar. Just like
Sure.
I'm sure you have realized that I remember our early days where you had that frankly unhealthy obsession with getting touchy-feely with everything to be fought. I mean, I'm sorry, man, but I remember that one time that you tried to hug a skeleton. I didn't know what was that about, but I'm glad you're over that phase. He's referencing the early grappling days.
Mm-hmm. Yep, they're still very viable. What's your
Yeah.
question?
Would you be willing to give me a hand in finessing my shield technique, my shield play, shall we say, as we travel?
I don't see why not. Sure. Yeah. I could do
I mean,
that.
let me put it this way: you're no longer gonna have your Okay, I'm sorry. I'm probably a little blunt today, but yeah, things have happened. You're not gonna have Zera to spend your evenings with, so I guess whacking on my shield is a suitable alternative. Not as sweet, but
Also done very differently.
well,
What do you think using a shield is like?
I don't know. I've used it once. Well, not once. I used it when I was in guard training, but that's all. I feel I want to incorporate. The thing is, no, I want to incorporate it into my existing technique, but I would welcome some advice, some martial second opinion.
Right. Okay.
In the most, yes, that's consider it an ongoing project.
Sure. Yeah, I'd be happy to.
Good, because hey, I've managed to make a freaking sword out of crystal. Can make use of a shield. And if you, of course, if you need a second opinion on anything else, I will completely pretend that I know how to make firearms for you.
I mean, there may be something.
Like
I
what?
don't know just yet, but
And one last thing, do you have any ancestors who worship Pelor?
not that I know of. Why?
Because I could have looked for them, but never mind. Never
I don't
mind,
think
forget I
so.
said anything. Okay.
As you're sitting there conversing, there is a gust of cold air as the door opens. And in steps Maya with an unfamiliar woman in tow.
Describe yourself for us.
Y'all better have been listening when I described myself before. 'Cause
Yup.
you don't
Too
get it
bad.
again.
No, now we have light. Now you're fully lit.
I would look the same, except I would be slightly less bioluminescent.
What race is she?
She is a
water genasi.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
aquatic person.
Yeah.
With red
Okay.
hair.
Yeah.
It's like
I don't even have blue skin either, so going to deal with both those points.
she a period Janazi. I'm sorry.
Get out.
Yeah,
Get the fuck out.
I'm sorry.
I'm allowed back in with my fucking puns. They're not as bad as that.
True.
Yeah.
That was terrible.
I know. I shame you myself.
Good, you guys are still up, some of you.
Oh, Maya.
Is that
Yeah.
a lion?
Yeah,
I
it is.
just completely ignore everybody and I go over to the lion.
It's just like cuddling
beautiful.
in front of the fire. And
that's
when
wonderful.
you come over, he's like rolling slightly more onto his back, so his
It is
stomach is
intelligent.
slightly more available for rubbing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm all over him. I'm just giving him a big old like scratch on his mane. Aren't you so cute? You're so cute.
Lionel,
It's-
give me a perception roll.
Probably not gonna read. Oh,
Yeah. You see him turn softly and his head kind of tilts over to you, and there's like this slow wink, like you remember he's saying he was quite a ladies' man, and he's like, yeah, I get all them bitches.
I'm
He's-
literally gonna say aloud, "You womanizer."
He just like
He
you
like.
didn't even know lions could purr until this very moment.
He's also intelligent.
He's so handsome.
I know, but he's not always a lion.
Oh, is this a familiar? I'm sorry.
No, he's not.
Oh,
It's a thing.
is he a
It's
druid?
a fellow druid, maybe.
I don't think so. I don't think he's quite smart enough to be a druid.
We do
have
have to
been
be
a
quite
druid?
smart.
He splutters slightly, like, what? Not smart enough to be a druid? What are you saying?
But yeah, right
Oh.
now he's a lion, so he enjoys. Yeah.
Oh.
Also pleasure. I'm Lionel.
Sorry. Good day. I'm Riven. She holds out a hand. And you can now notice that her hands have slight webbings between the fingers.
Does she have? Oh my God! Does she have a wet handshake?
No, I have fairly dry skin.
Okay. Pleasure.
And as the two of you shake hands, the door opens again, and the slightly moist Zane enters.
More moist than the water Ganassi?
Very much so. His hair is wet.
Scandalous. Oh, Zane.
Hey.
You look moist.
God, that's such a fucking awful word.
It's my favorite.
I hate it so much.
I decided to stop by the pools on my way home, relax a little bit.
Okay, but
Water does have that effect on people, I've heard.
I thought you could dry yourself.
Pardon me, who is this?
She's
Riven of the Vezra. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you as well.
I
And
didn't know
Zane
she
will
just,
hold
like,
out
walked
his
in.
hand for a handshake.
She holds out her hand and shakes his hand.
I am Zane.
Ooh, wonderful. No last name? I've gotten so used to people introducing themselves with two or multiple names. It's kind of a lot.
Just Zane. Just Zane.
Wonderful. Well, just Zane. It's lovely to see you. You seem a little damp.
Whatever. And Zane will just kind of flourish his hand and dry off.
Wonderful. Magical as well.
I dabble. And, well, I ask where you're from.
Well, I'm originally a member of the Water Ashari. It's where I spent most of my life, but as of recently, I did travel from Westrune to get here.
Ah, Westrune.
Yes.
Lovely, lovely city. I've been through there a couple times.
I haven't seen much of it. Was kind of stuck in the monastery.
The monastery.
Yes. Oh,
Why?
sorry, you call it the Cobalt Reserve.
You're from the Cobalt Reserve.
You're from the
Yes,
Cobalt
it's where I
Reserve?
trained.
You're from the Cobalt Reserve?
You're from the Cobalt
Um,
Reserve.
Why don't you roll me an insight,
Who?
Riven?
Okay.
I don't think she needs to roll an insight to realize how we
It's a
reacted.
16.
You do feel like there's a slight change in the mood in the room.
No, Zane looks cool as a cucumber. The Cobalt Reserve, how fascinating. I hear they have a wonderful library, and I admit I've always wanted to, get to go through it.
It is quite impressive. Spent many hours there as part of my meditation.
Come, sit down. Has anyone even offered you anything to eat or drink?
Oh, I'm fine. I have food, and from her backpack she just pulls out like a dead rabbit and slams it on the table.
Is she still holding
Yeah,
a frog?
we have actual, cooked food here. You don't have to eat rations.
Oh, I can cook this. It's fine.
Is she holding a
Honest, I don't
frog
want to
still?
impose or anything. I'm not used to buildings and kitchens and the such.
She's here looking for the missing druids.
Really?
I was sent here by the Heart of the Sea.
Not the Cobalt Reserve?
No. I only attended the Cobalt Reserve for training so that I could return to the Water Ashari.
Really? That's fascinating. I wasn't aware that the Ashari and the Reserve had such a relationship. Is it common to train there?
They don't. I chose to go there for my training. Though it was approved by our elder. It is not common, no. I have
see.
a slight interest in, I guess, knowledge and, well, when the chances were given, it's where I chose.
Only slight.
Only slight.
And the Cobalt Reserve.
Of course.
I see. Well, that is fascinating. So you're here for the druids.
Yes. Well, it was originally told to me to come and help as much as I possibly could with the druids, though the last time Um, the last time that they were given information was a while back, and they wanted me to learn of any other changes. The Ashari being as apart from, I guess, civilization as they are, don't get as many details as they'd like. So I am here to learn and then to report back. And to help out as much as I possibly can with any problems.
Can I just insight her?
Yes. Um, Riven?
I mean, as far as she's concerned, that was 100% truthful, what she just said.
Yeah, but it's also like, I'll say roll me a persuasion.
Yeah. Not very persuasive.
She's being truthful. It's not the whole
Basically,
truth, but it's
Zane's
definitely
trying.
true.
Zane's trying to figure out if she was indeed sent by the Ashari instead of the Cobalt Reserve.
Yes.
Okay. I see. I could see that. Their fate has been bothering me for a while now. I've been trying to come up with what information I can, but I've unfortunately been pulled in different directions, many things needing done.
Understandable. You can only be in one place at one time. Unless, of course, you're a wizard. I do know that they have one of those weird spells that can make doubles of themselves.
Wizards are weird that way. Still, come, sit. Enjoy the fire, food, drink.
Thank you. Though I must say I don't really partake in alcohol.
Oh, we have other things too. Do you partake of the pipe?
Yes, actually.
I'll try to guide Riven toward the table with Zara and Jamorn and Lionel, I guess.
Mhm.
I don't know if Maya's still around or not.
Yeah.
Not going to Sarantia?
It's suddenly the image of Saranthia laying in bed, waiting.
Well, she's been
Waiting.
here for like 5 minutes, so it's not like she's spent 5 hours chit-chatting with you guys. But yeah, you bring her over to the table where everyone is seated.
Hello, everyone. I'm Riven. It's a pleasure to meet you all.
Hi, Riven. You can call me Jam.
Like what you put
No.
on toast. Oh, okay.
Hi, I'm Zara. It's very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Oh, here. And she hands you a pipe.
Thank you. I will take it.
Roll me a con save.
Done. 17.
You have partook in the past. It is familiar. This is nothing strong. It's just like, just hanging out, being chill, and that. Nothing that would get you overly anything.
Okay. This is quite lovely. Thank you so much. I haven't really had time recently and with the winter to gather normal herbs, I guess.
No, I feel you. So, are you something of a herbologist?
I dabble when I can.
Then we'll to get together and talk about that sometime.
Of course. So you must be the people that Maya told me about, with information about the druids.
There is also Sinley.
The word information should probably be used pretty loosely.
I
So
know a
you-
couple of facts about druids. Would you like to hear them?
Sure.
Some of them, like different elements, and some of them turn into animals. And sometimes their groves get corrupted, just like Ezreal's did. And that's the extent of my druid facts. Also, I know Keyleth. Not to name drop,
But
Yeah,
to
she's
name
been
drop.
here.
but I'm gonna name drop. I'll also give Zara a look and be like, we know Keyleth. That thing we were talking
Oh
earlier?
yes,
Kind of responsible
would
for the
be
whole...
she would be an excellent choice for godmother. Yes, we should ask her when she comes by.
Yeah. Anyhow, I'm really excited to meet a new druid. Unfortunately, as far as the information that we have, it's closer to none than much.
Oh.
They're missing though.
Yep.
Oh my.
And their grove was corrupted.
Yeah.
Corrupted.
But I think we fixed that.
We...
Corrupted by
remember.
what? If you don't mind me asking.
Zane
Woman?
will tap the table and bring up a image of the Eastern-looking woman. We believe by her.
You can roll a history check.
Oh, and yeah, 20.
You definitely recognize the garb as Marquesian garb. Quite old-fashioned though, but you have seen examples of similar dress in the Cobalt Reserve.
Okay.
It's quite like she's wearing a lot of jewelry in the sketch.
Mm-hmm.
So looks pretty well off. But the woman herself, there's you've seen her.
Okay. Can I recall where I've seen her?
Yes, you've seen her in the Cobalt Reserve.
Oh, okay.
Not a lot, but like your memory's pretty good, and you've seen her on 2 different occasions. Once at you just had your millennium centurial celebration.
Mm-hmm.
She was there. The quite ornate jewelry sort of take it to your memory. And
Okay.
you also saw her one time leaving the Meister's office after a private meeting.
Okay.
It all happened in the same week, so she was probably in town for the celebration.
All right. Huh. Fascinating. I've seen this woman.
You have?
Yes. It was during the celebrations for the Cobalt Reserve. What was it? What celebration?
The centennial.
Centennial.
Was 100 years since they reopened.
The
So-
centennial. So,
So they have
She-
a connection.
there's a possibility she was talking to the Meister, but I only saw her that week. I haven't seen her previous or since. But I have only been in the Cobalt Reserve for a few years, so my knowledge only goes back that far. Are you certain this is the woman that has something to do with the grove?
Did she seem like an important guest?
Well, I mean, she talked to the Meister. She's has some importance to have a private meeting with him.
And as we mull on that fact, I think this is where we'll have our break.
Cool.
So let's tie up Riven and interrogate her from being from the
Yes.
Cobalt Reserve.
I approve of this.
Give me a grapple check.
Jamorn, you're up.
Jamorn.
Womp womp.
I mean,
Riven, you're
Oh my
grappled.
god.
No, you're not.
he
Ah.
persists in failing to grab things.
It's like
I
the
mean-
story of Jamorn's life.
I like
Yeah.
hugs, but I don't think I know you well enough for you to hug me.
Yeah, it was a dumb joke. Sorry. That was actually really good, though.
Thank you.
Huh. I'm gonna
She
put a
just
pin in
kung
that.
fu'd her way out of your grab. Your grab.
I just like backflipped out of that. I'm like,
She
nope.
just like slid right out.
Well, yes.
You are
I-
officially as dexterous as a
Seriously, are we not doing phrasing?
Huh.
skeleton. Oh,
Everyone okay after that?
Well,
So,
So
we
you're
don't
here,
know
you're
much.
here with us?
Well, I'm here with you right now, but I was sent here for a purpose to figure out what is going on. And I mean, I'll help where I can, but tomorrow I do need to discuss with the Baron and Baroness certain things so that I can report them.
So I take it you're not
we're
coming
good
with us to
friends
Emon.
with them.
You're going to Emon.
Yeah.
yeah.
What are you doing? If you don't mind me.
Secret things.
asking.
We're talking to the council.
Do
Ooh.
like neither of
Secret
do
thing.
like do like neither of you understand like confidentiality and secret
I
missions
tried to keep it a secret.
by bringing it up?
Well, just where we were gonna be. We could have been going for pasta.
But we're
I-
seeing the council.
Really?
Why would that be secret?
I mean,
Because we don't right, whatever.
Apparently,
Did you know the
this is-
world's ending?
Oh my
No.
lord.
is it?
Yeah. Magic is broken loose and is running wild, and unicorns are dicks, and
Well, I could have told you that. That's not really a secret, hun.
well, I grew up in a city. You don't have unicorns there.
Oof, you poor child.
And the origin is under Vasselheim. Sorry, Wildmount. Where I'm from.
Wildmount.
Yeah.
I've read quite a bit about that.
Oh,
Are you
have
from
you?
Wildmount?
I am.
I was trying to place you before, and I figured currently with the fur, you didn't come from Marquette, but Wildmount
what?
makes sense. Your face shape, it has a very Marquesian look.
Oh, thank you.
I think everyone's gonna
course.
stare at Lionel now.
Yeah,
He doesn't look Marquesian.
I will.
It's the cheekbones, I think. It's just where I place most of you.
You don't know
Oh.
anything about Marquette, do you?
I know what I've read, but I've never went. It's a little dry. I prefer to stay nearest to water.
Oh, you would love Wildmount. It's cold. We have snow, a lot of it. That's
Oh.
water, right?
I mean, I more so mean like actual liquid water. I prefer that being the state of the element rather than
We have a sea. Well, two of them. One in the north near my town, and yeah, and the river.
seas are comfortable.
It's pretty arctic, but yeah. Anyway, yeah, we are leaving for Emon soon, ish.
Riven, why don't you roll me a perception check?
I can definitely do that. 25.
Good God.
You do see one other person here that you recognize.
Ooh. Who do I see?
Kana. You see a Marquesian woman, like most women. She too is Marquesian. And you have seen her before in the Cobalt Reserve. Her you've seen multiple times.
Would I know her by name then?
You hang on, I need to check. You know her by a name.
Ooh, okay.
Aisha.
Aisha?
Hmm.
Um, upon like noticing her, I'll just lift a hand and wave. Aisha, it's a I didn't realize you would be in Whitestone.
Yes, well, I work here. This is what I do. Call me Kana, everyone here does.
Kana. I quite like that.
Thank you.
Of course. I haven't seen you in a while.
No. Likewise. Well, the snow has come, so it impedes travel.
Understandable. It was quite the difficult journey.
It was. I can imagine.
Hmm.
It's lovely to see you again, and that you found such good friends.
I know, aren't they quite lovely?
Yes,
A
that's the word for
little
it.
touchy-feely for my taste in the beginning, but I'm sure we'll get over
Can I
that.
overhear this?
Oh yeah, I'm at the table. I'm like yelling across to her.
You know Kana.
Well, I Kana is new, but Aisha I do. No, yes. She has been to the Cobalt Reserve many times.
Huh.
Can I?
Can you what?
So, I need to find out about this person and see if I recognize them from anywhere, because that name... I want to take a real close look at Kana.
Okay, give me an investigation.
Is that with advantage?
Do you
No,
have
that's
anything
no.
providing
Well,
an advantage?
that would have been history, I guess.
I mean,
But I'm like reflecting back on.
I do have a question.
I feel like I remember
do
this
I
person.
only do I only know her by that name and nothing else about her, or do I know who she is?
yeah. No, you don't know who she is, but
I just
she
know her by the
does
name.
see the Meister quite often.
Okay.
Like, not like every week or every month, but like at least 4 times a year she's by.
Mm-hmm.
And she tends to spend like a couple of days there before she leaves.
Okay.
I would if it was
mean-
history, which is the same role.
Hey, you don't let me re-roll.
I mean, you've definitely get the sense that there's something there. Like, you have your suspicions. It's just, in this moment, you are not confirmed. Your suspicion is still there. You just haven't confirmed it one way or the other. Like, you
Okay.
think, but yeah, you don't have anything like you can't remember like, oh, she has a birthmark at the same place where you don't remember anything like that. Your suspicions are your own, but at the moment you have nothing to confirm it with.
You all look like you've seen a ghost. I'm sorry, is that impolite to yell in buildings?
I don't think ghosts mind.
Oh. Wonderful.
Well, I should leave.
Can I insight
Paperwork.
Kana? I want to see how the interaction affected her.
Yeah, sure. Kana, character sheet. I have character sheet. Vistani, Greyhound, Exandria, Tal'Dorei, Whitestone, Greyhound, Kana. Let's roll. That is a nat 1 on her deception. She looks rattled, really nervous, and her eyes are shifting between Riven and the rest of you as she hastily makes her excuse.
Okay.
I should probably be going too. I left poor
Oh.
Saranthia up in the tower.
Maya, dear, can you give Saranthia these for an apology for taking you from her? And I'm going to druid craft like 4 flowers and then give them to Maya.
Thanks. I'm sure she'll be delighted.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
It was nice to meet you, Riven.
It was very lovely to meet you.
Okay.
And as Maya makes her excuses, the rest of you remain around the table, gaze shifting between Riven and Kana's hastily exiting form.
Can I, since I'm leaving too, see which way, Kana's, leaving too?
You may. Are you trying to be sneaky about this?
I mean, yeah.
Roll me a stealth check.
I kind of want to know, did she leave the building or did she
Yes.
just head to her room?
No, she left the building.
Oh, in that case, I want to follow too.
That's okay, you can go. I'll keep
Can I
going.
empower myself?
Okay. You feel empowered. That is a very good stealth roll. And
Holy shit.
he is distracted. And she has good perception though. Does not see you.
Do we see each other?
No, I don't think any one of you have 28 passive perception.
Not passive. It's possible.
Well, yes, because you're actively stealthing.
Yeah, I can't
And
actively. I
following.
can't even actively gain 28. Even if I rolled a crit, it would only be 26.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think you can roll a 28 on the die either on a
No, I cannot.
perception check.
As I just said.
Okay.
So, no, you do not notice one another. But you do notice your quarry, who is leaving quite hastily, leading leaving Riven, Lionel, and Jamorn alone as Kana leaves. Maya makes her excuses, and then Sane just gets up from the table and leaves.
Did I say something offensive?
I don't think so.
Huh.
I mean, Jamorn and Lionel should know that Zane does talk to Kana quite a bit.
So, I suppose you're here to talk to Jenna? Or the actual... You said the Derolos.
I was hoping to speak with the Derolos, yes.
I'm sure we'll have a little time in the morning before we leave. We could take you to them.
Really? I would love that. The gentleman I spoke to this evening was quite rude and unhelpful, and probably won't let me back in if I go by myself.
We have ways.
Yeah.
Although unfortunately I cannot accompany you tonight. Jam, can you take care of that?
Oh, I don't have to go tonight. I can wait till the
I
morning.
thought we could wait until the morning before we leave.
Okay.
It hopefully won't take that long, and... Well, I still don't know if you're coming with us.
I mean, I would love to speak to the council in Emon, if that's where you're going. It could bring more information to the Ashari.
I suppose so.
Meanwhile, outside, Zane, Maya, you're both tailing Kana. She is walking quite hastily away from the Grey Hunt. Maya, you slip into the shadows of a building and remain there. Zane does the same thing on the other side of the street, and you both move in parallel, not seeing one another, but keeping your gaze focused on your quarry as Kana moves quickly up the hill. It doesn't take you long to realize that she is heading for the castle.
I don't even know. Is that like where she stays? Is this like
No,
completely normal?
No, she stays in the Grey Hunt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
And after a brisk 5-minute walk, you see her pull out a key in the same door that you entered not even an hour ago. Opens it and vanishes inside.
Hmm.
Oh, I'm gonna go in.
I mean,
It is a small wooden gate next to the palace main doors, not very far away, like maybe 80 feet. It is locked.
I'm gonna try to quickly pick it.
Okay.
I'm closing in on this door as well. Are we like?
Yeah. Yeah, you're basically like heading up to the door,
Oh,
like
I
sort of
assume-
fishing your key out of the pocket, and as you get up to it, you sort of stumble over Zane, who's like, I'm not doing anything dodgy, I'm just picking this lock.
Two shadows,
Zane.
one. Yeah.
What are you doing here?
Following Kana.
Oh,
Are you here to see Saranthia?
yes.
Roll me a deception. Yeah, she's totally here to see.
I am here to see Saranthia eventually.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
totally is on board.
And as she says that, Zane, the lock clicks into place under your dexterous fingers, and the door softly creaks open.
Right. Well, you have fun tonight. I've got business to attend to. Zane's gonna slip through the door and look for Kana.
Give me a perception check.
Oof.
You do not see her.
No tracks or anything?
There's plenty of tracks. I mean, this is the interior courtyard of a castle. Give me a survival if you're trying to track her. Yeah, you see smaller leather booted, not iron booted footprints leading towards the tower.
Ceranthia's?
Yeah.
Well, I'm headed that way as well.
Right, so I don't want a repeat of last time.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just go in like together, and if she's not in her workshop, I'm just gonna head home.
Okay. I appreciate your discretion and propriety in this matter.
Yeah. No. Not for me to get in the way of young love.
The two of you make your way towards the tower. The door is unlocked. Tower door is unlocked.
And that is where the boots head.
Yes.
And I
Quite
still
firmly so.
try to be sneaky as I go up.
Okay.
And see if I can overhear anything.
Roll me another stealth. Okay.
I have no need to be sneaky as I'm expected here.
That is true. But roll me a stealth. Like I'm guessing both of you are trying to be like slightly quiet.
Oh, sure.
Ooh, nice.
Casual.
Yeah, like casual, like a boss. Maya stealth. And the two of you very, very quietly make your way into the tower, and you do hear soft voices, slightly muffled through a closed door from the floor above you, meaning Saranthia's workshop. As you edge your way through the lower room onto the staircase, you hear the voices much clearer. The two of them are speaking softly, in common, but with the occasional word slipping through in Draconic. And you hear Kana. But what if they notice? What am I to do then? My cover will be blown. And Azrael goes, no one is going to notice. The spell still holds. There's no way anyone can tell what you truly are. But what if they don't notice what I am, but who I am? Well, we always knew that that was a risk. And they are good people. If you explain it to them, I'm sure they will keep their mouth shut. The risk, it is too great. Should I leave? You hear like a deep sigh, Saranthia. You can stay, you can leave. It won't change anything. Like, if you're really worried, then I mean, I can talk to Maya about it if you trust her. But you are sure the spell holds? Yes, it holds. I am I'm good at what I do, okay? It's going to hold. Okay. I will be back later.
This is Zane's gonna retreat.
And the door opens above you. And as
When I say retreat, hold on, let me check it.
What are you teleporting out?
Yeah,
Oh,
he's-
is this a thunder step?
No, he's
dimensional?
gonna activate Far Step.
Okay.
Very, very
He's basically
quietly.
like boink, boink, boinking all the way
Yes.
back to the
He is.
Greyhound.
He's essentially just like he appears and then he appears like 60 feet away, briefly. Then he appears 60 feet away
Blinking
again.
away.
Yes.
Like anime ninja movement?
Yeah, like yeah, Bleach.
Yes, pretty much. Like Dragon Ball Z, where you just keep appearing in different
Mhm.
spots.
Full
Makes no
Shumpo.
sense. Okay.
And then as you're left alone on the staircase, the door above you opens and a visibly upset Kana exits. She bumps into you and there's like a moment of, oh, sorry, I didn't, like she didn't even notice you.
Right.
And then she's like, Maya,
Kinda.
what are you doing here?
Well, I had plans with Saranthia.
Roll me a deception.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Let's see. Insight. Her eyes furrow slightly. And then she's like, of course, I hope you have a pleasant evening.
And you.
We'll see. And she exits now at a noticeably slower pace,
Mm.
trying to bump into any more people. And yeah, as you head upstairs, Saranthia is just tidying up in the workroom as you enter, and she's like, "Oh, Maya, there you are. Did everything go
Hi.
okay?"
Yeah. It was some kind of crazy druid out at the gates, but she's like super nice. So I introduced her to the Grey Hunt.
Oh, was she here for Ezreal?
Maybe, actually. They should meet.
True.
But I
But
think
that's
specifically she wanted to meet the Dorellos.
well, they're popular people.
Mm,
But that is conversation better saved for daylight, don't you think?
I agree.
And she reaches out her hand for yours.
I gingerly place my hand in hers.
And she tugs you with her upstairs.
Yes.
And Maya and Saranthia has a wonderful evening together, celebrating life. Zane is bunny hopping back towards the Grey Hunt, where Jamorn, Riven, and Lionel are sitting around the table, looking
If possible,
shiftily at
I
one
want to
another.
like look through a window and teleport from the window into my seat in front of them.
Sure. Um. Give me a dex check. Well, give me a dexterity saving throw. Or acrobatics. Whichever. So it should be
It's
a
the
plus.
same.
Would he get the +3? If he could?
Yeah, he's close to you. But yeah, you manage to land in your seat. There's like a slight moment of like,
Chair tipping back, almost falling over, hand wheeled.
yeah.
Can I catch the chair?
Give me a
Acrobatics.
yeah. Give me an acrobatics.
14.
Yeah, your hand is like on the back of it as soon as he lands in it.
Oh, so nice of you to join us.
I'd be a little bit more careful the next time you teleport into a chair that you know go too far back.
Ah, it's fine.
That a new trick of yours?
It is.
Oh, I remember you. I remember you having to do this twice last time we did that whole business with the temple.
From your appearance, it looked completely different.
Did it?
In the other one, we kind of stepped through a doorway and appeared somewhere else.
Oh, okay.
This one,
I'm
I
sorry.
just appeared out of thin air.
Oh, okay. Well, scratch that then. Yeah, never mind. Oh well, all the better. You're even more slipperier than before.
Well,
But
I've always
Mhm.
been able to teleport short ranges. Sorry. There,
from
okay.
the yeah, okay. I do think I should retire shortly now. I feel a certain tug in my mind that I need to take care of.
Oh, sorry for keeping you all awake. I probably
No,
should go
no,
as
no.
well.
It's not.
Is Hansel not taking care of your needs?
He is. It's a different thing. I will explain another time. I'm gonna I'm gonna like beeline to my room, and I'm gonna try to meditate before going to sleep because of the
Okay. Yep.
because of that thing. Try to center the mind and etc.
Mhm.
Does that help me at all in reducing the DC?
Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, save? Okay.
Yeah. It's basically your ability to focus and concentrate. That's
Okay.
what I'm.
23.
You feel very focused.
I will try to fall asleep with that type of focus. And I'll do my check. I just want to get this out of the way, just so. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, nearly. Does focusing give me anything?
Yeah, it lowers the DC, but not to 13.
It was 15.
Guess it got lowered to 14.
Well, darn. Never mind.
Well, I probably should go as well. Don't want to keep you all awake.
Where are you staying?
It was.
Yeah.
I did see a tree, so probably there.
I have an extra bed in my room if you want to sleep there.
I don't actually like sleeping indoors much. It's kind of claustrophobic.
Alternatively, then, we also have a barn that is mostly unused, other than with, well, Charlie's in there.
Oh. What is Charlie?
Our mule.
They are quite smart animals. It would be a pleasure to meet him.
D100, Safi.
100?
Would you like a blanket or anything?
Oh, no, I'm perfectly fine. I have everything I need.
God.
Okay.
What?
Again, It was a pleasure meeting you all, and I will see you in the morning. Have a good
Sweet
night.
dreams to you, Ribbon.
Same to you, Zane. Jam.
Oh, I forgot to give Saranthe the flowers.
Yeah.
You bitch!
She got
I
him.
mean, yeah, she got him.
Supposed to just open up the door, with them in her mouth. Down on her knees.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go sleep in the
Scratch
bar.
that. Delete it.
Oh, too late.
I needed that removed in editing, please.
Good
It
thing
is all
this
canon
isn't
now.
being streamed.
Yeah.
That would be terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Can you roll me another D100, Leo?
I am scared too. I thought it was
And-
D10.
And Leo wakes
Nope.
up dead.
I'm
You,
sleeping.
you succeed up to a 60, and you fail at 61 and above. And
Where
you
do
failed.
I go? Where do I go?
Yeah, that's what we're trying to figure out. Let's see,
In a
83.
moment.
How many planes are there?
Infinite amount.
Yep.
The big ones.
You're
Oh.
going to Earth 3. Or Tal'Dorei 3.
Like
What
I
is
mean,
it?
some of them, like, you can potentially get to Earth, our time.
Jesus.
But that's not where you go. I will deal with you in just a second.
Okay. I'll
And-
talk to you later.
And Zane and Jamorn, are you going to bed as well?
Yeah.
Cool. Lionel, you fall asleep
Yes.
and you awaken in
Where?
a strange room.
A room?
Yes, it is
Okay.
exceedingly void of people. And you can hear the hustle and bustle of a busy city outside your window.
What
Or
does it look
outside the
like?
door.
Open the door. Let's get this text adventure started.
Let's see. You are you in an it's quite smoky outside. It has like a distinct tang on the air.
A what? Sorry?
Tang, like a taste
Oh,
to
tang. Yeah. What kind?
it. Of smoke and ash,
Oh,
and
darn it.
you keep hearing this like whooshing sound.
Do I see anybody on the street?
Yes, plenty of people. They're hustling and bustling. All kinds of people. Humans, elves, what appears to be very dragons, elementals, demons.
Can I stop
So-
somebody and ask where I am?
Oh, sweetie. No, are you lost? It's kind of like a matronly older woman. She's carrying a basket of bread.
Just a little. I just need to make sure that I am where I'm supposed to be.
Oh, no. If you don't know where you are, you're not where you're supposed to be.
Where?
You're
Can you tell me?
you're
where I
in
am?
the lower ward,
Off?
the city of doors.
Oh. I'm gonna spend I'm gonna spend as much of the time as I have here wandering around and taking in the sights and stuff. One thing I do want to try, and that was the only thing I really want to, inject in this. Do I have my money on me? Like, is this like an astral projection thing?
Yes. I mean, you have what you went to sleep with.
I want to
So,
buy it. I want to buy something and see if I wake up with it.
well,
Like,
you do have valuables, like you have
yeah.
like a pendant and necklace, but you don't have your coin purse. Like
Oh,
you wouldn't go to sleep with your coin
True.
purse attached to your belt, so
then I would like to try to find like a tree or something to like get either a leaf or a flower or any physical sign of it.
okay. Give me a history check.
I'm rolling well today.
Okay, good. Yeah, you follow like the flow and what seems to be the customs in this place. You eventually find like a small park. There are a couple of trees. It's quite shitty. Like it's almost like Victorian London here, like smoke and noise and everything. But the tree has recently bloomed, and floor, the the grass is littered with these flowers.
I will take a flower and put it on my lapel.
Okay, you do so.
Yeah.
You do find a strangeness. Like whenever you interact with, try to open a door, there is this strange sensation of push.
Like
Can
resistance?
you yeah, roll me a d20.
7.
Yeah. So you're here for probably like an hour and a half, 2 hours.
That's
Uh,
fine.
and eventually you're sort of pushed out, like it recognizes that you're not supposed to be here. So you open a door and you're pushed away.
Through the door.
Like stepping through a portal.
Okay.
You're in the city of doors now, boy.
Yeah. Until I awake.
Yes.
Hopefully.
And there is like a moment of like sitting up in your bed and like, fuck, that was so weird. Before you go back to sleep again. This time it is just sleep. It's
Yeah.
restful. You do dream of Pellor's garden and his castle, but it's
just a dream.
it's more. You get the sense that it's more like seeing but not being.
Okay. But the important thing is, do I wake up with it and do I still have the flower?
You wake up and you look for the flower. Give me an investigation check. Yeah, you wake up and you're like, it was in my hand, and you open your hand and there is no flower, and you're like, oh, damn it. And as you're sitting up, you see this slightly crumpled, graying flower fall from the covers onto the floor. At some point, your hand has opened enough for it to escape, but it's there.
Oh, that's
Just like the gold coin that currently rests around your neck.
That changes things.
Is
Yeah.
anyone else doing anything this evening that they would like to share?
Um,
I have a deep
Hmm.
conversation with Charlie the mule for a couple of hours before falling asleep.
Give me an animal handling check.
I definitely can. 24.
Charlie the mule, he's a patient sort of fella.
Mm-hmm.
He enjoys the simple things in life, and he thinks everyone just needs to calm the fuck down. Just slow and steady makes the way, you know?
Couldn't have said it better myself, Charlie.
Why is everyone struggling all the time? Just go with the flow, you know? It's so much
It's
better.
just a human way. Mortals, elves, all of everything. Everyone just wants to rush.
It's true.
I get you, Charlie. I get you. And then I'll give him an apple.
He eats the apple in like peaceful contemplation and gratitude, which seems to be the vibe that Charlie the Mule gives off most of the time.
Nice. Yeah. And then I'm just gonna lay in the hay right beside him and go to sleep.
I have a question.
Hmm.
How fat has Charlie the Mule gotten?
Surprisingly non-fat.
Okay.
He takes
He
walks that
is-
we don't know about.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Someone has bought him a hat.
Oh my god.
He has a little straw hat with a wilting golden leaf in it.
Does he have like a corn cob pipe attached to like on a collar around his neck or a necklace?
Nope. Nope, but the straw hat is there. Zane, what are you doing?
Well, I was gonna stay up for a little while longer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. After about 10 minutes, Kana re-enters. And she heads towards her bedroom in the lieutenant side of the hunt.
I'm just gonna watch her, as she goes curiously, and then once everyone's gone to bed, I'm gonna take my sword out and lay it on the table in front of me.
Okay.
So, Dim,
So, Zane,
any suggestions on how one becomes a god?
a few. Roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay. Anyone else doing anything else this evening? Because Zane's unconscious for a couple of hours, you guys. So.
Fully unconscious, how much of his shit can I steal if I go back into the Grey Hunt?
Well, that would require a sleight of hand.
Shit. It's not great.
This is +0.
Yeah.
Oh, I have a thing on me that gives me a +1.
Huh.
How come it rolled twice?
It doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't. Oh fuck! Did I not? I didn't.
That's
fix
what
something.
the
1 second.
0 thing is.
Yeah, that's
'cause
what the
it's
0
a
is.
roll 3 and then a roll again and then a +1.
Don't
Yeah,
worry
but
about it. The
it
0
doesn't-
won't. Yeah, the 0 won't ever
Yeah.
actually give you anything.
Anyways, that is lower than my passive.
Yeah.
When you're
What?
awake.
When you're
What's-
awake.
What's your passive -5?
It is 11, so it meets
Yep.
it.
It's true. Zane is, even his unconscious body squirms away from you. It's like you touch him, and he sort of rolls over, so you can't really get at him.
Go back out in the barn.
Let's
Casual
see,
larceny.
1d. Oh, poop. Yeah. I see where I went wrong with this. Ooh. So many things I can do. That is a... Ooh. Ooh. Okay. So, eventually Dawn finds all those who reside in the Grey Hunt. Who would be the first person awake?
Perhaps Riven, she doesn't sleep too much.
Okay. What do you do when you get up?
I'll go back into the Grey Hunt.
Zane is still conked out across the table,
What a
clutching
weird...
his sword.
Oh, that's impolite. You shouldn't do that at the table. Okay, I'm gonna go into the kitchen. I'm going to get a bowl. I'm going to use my special Ashari gift, cast Prestidigitation to fill the bowl full of cold water. I'm
Okay.
going to go back over to the table. I'm going to put the bowl of water down. Going to take Zane's hand, put it into the bowl of water, and then I'm going to go back to the kitchen and start cooking myself breakfast.
Okay. Riven is just winning friends already.
Yeah, she is, apparently. Is there any chance I can thwart this so as to avoid...
I mean, you would
just-
probably be the next person to wake up
Yeah,
because you're in bed earliest.
because Valor, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If I see this, I'll go and discreetly remove the bowl. Or even also discreetly. And I'll go and empty it out in the kitchen.
So as you're standing there cooking, Riven, you see Lionel enter with your bowl and pour out the water.
I don't know who had the bright idea to do this, but it's kind of inconsiderate.
To leave water in a bowl. What if they were like letting
Mhm.
something drink?
Can I roll inside? I'm
Sure.
just gonna look at her.
I can't decept high enough to do that.
She
Riven's
has
like
this,
laughing under her breath.
she has this look like, yeah.
Well, I appreciate what's the mirth behind it. I think public humiliation is not exactly a fun prank to have.
I mean, the poor bastard got himself drunk and he's passed out on the table.
Not drunk.
So your
I've-
friend just sleeps on the table.
Maybe he was just tired. But don't do
He
that
sleeps
to
holding
him.
his sword at the table.
It is perfectly reasonable.
It's not. I don't know why you're justifying it as such a thing.
Because he's a friend of mine, and there are things you don't know about him yet, but it's not my place to tell. But yeah, don't worry. I'm not gonna make a big deal out of this. Just don't do it to him like that. You can, however. By the way, I should mention Grimhook liked you. So
The lion.
yeah, Grimhook.
He's quite friendly. He is a handsome, handsome boy.
I know. He likes it when ladies treat him, nicely. A
Oh,
womanizer in his heyday.
oh. That'd be barking up the wrong tree then. That's what his interest was.
Mm-hmm. Either way, I'll see what mood he'll be in today.
Of course. Did you want something to eat? I was cooking.
Oh, what are you making?
Well, I did catch a rabbit or two. Was
For
going to make
breakfast?
well, yes, I was going to make a stew. Just a light stew. It sets your stomach full for the morning and gets you through the day. That means you don't have to eat as much. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day.
True, although I don't know, my dietary habits are slightly different, I suppose. But yeah,
You don't eat like
no, I do eat. I like to eat,
okay.
but no, it's just for breakfast. We tend to have a light breakfast, or I tend to have a light breakfast, and I prefer to have a hearty meal at lunch.
It's not good for you. You waste time eating throughout the day. You should snack, eat big meals at the beginning and the end. But that's not my place to tell you what to do.
I greet the sunrise with a light stomach and a clean soul. So yeah. Oh, are you good with flora? I imagine you would be,
Yes,
right?
yes, of course I
What
am.
this flower, and I'm gonna present the flower that I. Yeah. Is it familiar to you? Tell me it's a plant that doesn't grow in the material plane.
Is it is it familiar to me?
Um, give me a nature check.
21.
No.
I don't know it. Would you like me to speak to it?
It's a flower. Can it?
It is a plant.
Yeah, but it's fallen. I plucked it from the
Would I
ground
know if
from
I
a
could
tree.
speak to a fallen flower? Or is
It's
that
dead.
considered- It's dead. Okay.
Yeah, no, that's what I was like speaking to dead flowers.
Hello, flower.
Everything
It
hurts.
burns! It burns!
um, Are you planning on keeping it?
Yes.
All right. Well,
Mostly. How should I put this? It's not precious to me in itself, but it has a certain symbolic significance. I will. No, I'll gladly give it to you. Like it has no real meaning, but like it's not the flower in itself. But you know what? I'll give it to you later today. Okay?
that sounds fantastic. Thank you so much, Lionel.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
So, and earlier you were, if I recall, you were interested in full names, was it?
I find them kind of tiresome, but
Well,
I do know that humans do love tacking on more and more words.
I do have a family name.
Do you?
I do, and it holds meaning. But never mind.
It's yours to share if you wish to share it.
I jest, of course. It's Castellan. I'm from
You
Wildmouth.
jest. What is the meaning of jest?
Joke. Make a humorous. Never mind. I will see you later. I'll go to check in on my friend.
Good day.
Bye. I will bounce over to Zane. Is he still asleep?
Yes.
Gonna cover him with like a cloak or something, so it doesn't look like completely.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, I'm gonna do it. I don't have a spare cloak, so I'm gonna, well, not on hand, so I'll just drape my cloak over. Anyway.
He shifts slightly. But he doesn't wake.
Okay. Go to Maya.
Well, Maya's with Saran.
You know they're gonna be
Yep.
cooking breakfast together or to soft music.
Mhm. Probably.
Sexy
Morn,
dance.
what is your morning look?
I thought he stepped away.
He did?
Yeah,
Oh,
he
he
had something in
posted.
his eye.
Yeah.
He said he's
Okay.
gone.
Or drunk.
In Discord?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
In general
chat.
chat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So this dream is still going, but he has something he
Okay.
can't get out of his eye.
Okay. Well, as you are getting up this morning, Zane, you awaken with a start. You're at the table. You have an insane headache.
And a wet hand. What the hell?
And there is, you know things now that you didn't know before.
Okay.
You know how to achieve divinity.
Holy shit, okay.
That's wow.
It's gonna come at a cost, but if there's a 27-step plan to become a god, you know it.
Okay. I assume you'll send me the information later.
Yeah. It is like a pretty long list of things that needs to happen in a specific order. So yes, I will send that to you.
Okie dokie.
And yeah. Give me wisdom saving throw.
18.
I'm basically using them as composure rolls. Yeah, part of you wants to like, ha ha ha! I have unlocked the
Hey,
secret of the universe.
I just want to argue that if it's going to be composure, can I not use my charisma?
For a wisdom saving throw?
For a composure roll, you said.
Yeah. Well, it's not about like if you fail, you can roll a deception, but it's like
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
It's about how you feel, not about what the world sees. You are remarkably calm to having just unlocked the mysteries of the universe.
I don't know, when I unlocked the secrets of the universe, I was pretty calm.
True. And I think that's where we will end tonight's session because there's going to be like a talky bit coming up probably, and then we're heading to Emon, and I don't want to do that without Joe.
So are you gonna tell us how to become gods?
No.
Since we are all sharing and caring, Zane.
No, because I haven't written it up yet, and I need to
No,
actually
I
write it up.
I know, that's what I mean.